Okay, so when you're talking about the x-intercept, you're talking about the line being somewhere, graphed, whatever the line is, it's going to be intercepted by the x-axis, which is the horizontal axis. So the horizontal axis is the x-axis where y is always equal to 0. In fact, that's the equation of the x-axis line. So knowing that y is 0 everywhere on the x-axis, we know that the x-intercept has to have the coordinate of 0 for y. And to find the x-coordinate that would correspond with that, we just have to replace y with 0 in the given equation and then solve for x. So let's do that. Let's put 0 for the y, and then we'll solve for x by performing inverse operations. So I'm going to start by subtracting 4 from each side first, and then I'm going to do inverse multiplication, which is division, or you can just flip the fraction and multiply by its reciprocal, negative 3/4. Make sure you do it to both sides. Okay, and if it helps you, put the regular numbers over 1 when you're multiplying fractions. So now we can see that the negative times a negative will result in a positive here. The 4's will cancel out to 1. So on the left side, it becomes 3. And on the right side, all of this cancels out to positive 1. So we get that x should be 3. And so when x equals 3, y is 0, and that is a point on the x-axis where the line is going through. Okay, next we'll find the y-intercept. So now on the y-intercept, what's true about the y-axis? If it's a place where the line is intercepted by the y-axis, and this is the y-axis, the vertical axis, what is true all the time is that x is always equal to 0 whenever you're on the y-axis. So this time, instead of replacing the y with 0, we're going to replace the x with 0 and just simplify to find out what y is, since y is already by itself. So negative 4/3 times 0 is just 0, then bring down the plus 4, and so we get that y is equal to 4. So y is equal to 4 whenever x is equal to 0. So then we get that other intercept. So now we have our two intercepts, and once you have your two intercepts, you'll know how to graph the line, right? So you're going to just find your x-intercept with a dot and your y-intercept with a dot, and then connect them with a nice straight line. And there's actually a graphing utility on your online homework that makes this a lot easier. But you're connecting those, and then of course, since it's a line, it's going on infinitely in both directions. And so your answer should be a line that looks like this.